Okay, so welcome back. In today's session, we are going to discuss the remaining two topics of the late postmortem changes. One is the adipocere formation, and the next is the mummification. Okay, so before we are going to discuss the remaining two topics of late postmortem changes, I would first like to discuss the what internal changes of the putrefaction. So what are the internal changes of this putrefaction? This internal change of putrefaction is also called as the liquefaction of the tissue. So the first internal sites is the aorta intima. This is the inner layer of the aorta and under surface of the liver. Okay. So the first internal changes that will happen in the body is the inner layer of the aorta called aorta intima and the inner surface of the what liver. ठीक है. So the and the last site is bone. So the first site is the inner layer of the aorta and the last site is the bone. So it begins from 5 to 10 days after the death. After the death, 5 to 10 days, they starts. Internal putrefaction is starts. Next topic is what are the order of putrefaction? Order of putrefaction means from beginning to the ending. So they start first appear in the larynx and trachea, then stomachs and intestines, then spleen and liver. Then for the gravid uterus, move toward the heart, lungs and kidney, and the last in bone. So total skeletalization in buried bodies takes 1 year. So in 1 year, almost all the skeletal remains get undergoes what putrefaction. So the rate of putrefaction in the ratio of air, water, and earth is 1:2 into 8, and it is more faster occur in airs than waters, and most slower occur in a buried, deep inside the earth. So the rate of putrefaction is a maximum in air, waters, and minimum in buried body. More faster rate of purification is more faster in the female bodies, children, fatty person, and having an external injury. So if any person who having an external injury or the fatty bodies or children or what's female, in which the rate of putrefaction is higher. So move toward the next topics. What is the name of topics? Adipocere formation, also known as sponification. So it is characterized by the formation of calcium salts over the body. It looks like a whitish appearance. So formation of calcium salts over the body, due to the formation of the calcium salt over the body, it looks like a whitish appearance. Okay, so in the early stage having rancid ammonia smells, and the later stage it become sweetest smell. So in the early stage this adipocere formation body is having a rancid ammonia like smells, and in the later stage having a sweetest smells. Okay. So the next thing is the condition required for the adipocere formation is the warm and humid environment plus anaerobic condition. So in this stage the fatty tissue is converted into the wax-like material. Okay, so overall what they are trying to say, for the sponification we required warm and the humid environments. So in the warm and the humid environments, this fatty tissue undergoes what's adipocere formation. It's changed into the calcium salts which appear as a whitish appearance over the body. So muscle undergoes grayish in colors and thin muscle having a grayish appearance, and it is very thin. Epidermis layer are absent, and it is the inflammable stage. It starts 4 to 5 days after 4 to 5 days and completed 3 to 6 months. This began 3 to 4 days after the death, and it will completed after 3 to 6 months. Not seen in a dead born fetus. So if a dead born fetus, if a female gives the birth of a dead fetus, so in that condition this sponification is not occurs. Medical legal importance of this saponification is facial features are well preserved but not well preserved like the mummification. I mean, in this condition also the facial features are preserved but not well preserved like a mummification. Okay, it tells about the cause of death, time since death, and the place of disposal. Okay. So the next topic is the mummification. So mummification means body looks like a grayish blacks in colors. So in the late postmortem changes, there are three changes. Now first is the decomposition. So in case of decomposition, the body looks like a bluish appearance, bluish greenish appearance. While in case of the mummification, the body looks like black or grayish appearance, and in case of the adipocere formation, there is the whitish appearance due to the deposition of calcium salts or the formation of calcium salts. Okay, so in mummification, the body looks grayish blacks in colors, and the facial features are well preserved. They are odorless, remaining two late postmortem changes. I mean decomposition and this adipocere formation. They are the unpleasant odors. In case of in case of adipocere formation, having rancid ammonia like smells in the earlier stages, and what next topic is sweetest smells in the later stage. And also in case of decomposition, especially in putrefaction, having due to the formation of hydrogen sulfide, they are also having unpleasant smells. But in the case of mummification, they are odorless. No any unpleasant smells are appear in case of mummification. So they require hot and dry environments. Adipocere formation requires the hot and humid condition, but mummification required hot and dry environments. Take 3 months to 1 year, and the 17% water loss due to the evaporation occur in the desert and the heat buildings. Okay, so this is all about the late postmortem changes. Welcome back in New Stage.